The sleeper pick, the guy only you believe in. In 1 week fantasy football on DraftKings, he can be the difference. So trust your gut. Trust your numbers. Trust your Uncle Vito if you want. But know this, that sleeper is out there. The question is, who's going to play him? This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time.
To create your account, click on the banner link on thedougsstewartshow.com or the Doug Stewart Show app. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. There's a storm coming! Ha ha! A firestorm. Get ready to raise your game because watching sports will never be the same. Introducing FireFan. It's a game changer. Finally, a sports app that puts you into the game. You predict the scores, you call the plays in real time while you watch and compete against sports heroes, celebrities, friends, family, or other die-hard fans. The more you call it, the more points you can achieve. Also, be a loyal fan and earn loyalty rewards. Don't miss the hottest app of the year, FireFan. Ignite your passion. Yeah! Yes, sir. Yeah. Register now at firefan.com today. Enter player rewards code TDSS. That's player rewards TDSS. Play the game, fan the fire, earn rewards.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape hot.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Tribute Tuesday. Paying homage to the great Biggie Smalls today, man. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. Man, I'm looking at this cat's bio, man. Notorious B.I.G. I talked to you already about the Source magazine. They said Wallace was the greatest rapper of all time back in 2002. In 2003, when Double XL magazine asked several hip-hop artists to list their 5 favorite MCs, Wallace's name appeared on more rappers' lists than anyone else's. In 2006, MTV ranked him number 3 on their list of the greatest MCs of all time, calling him possibly the most skillful ever on the mic. Editor of About.com ranked him number 4 on their list of the top 50 MCs of our time. In 2012, The Source ranked him number 3 on their list of the top 50 lyrical leaders of all time. Rolling Stone had referred to him as the greatest rapper that ever lived. In 2015, Billboard named Wallace as the greatest rapper of all time. So from what I understand, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, we're going to get to some sports here in a second. From what I understand, and talking to my man Kesey about this Real People Music Cat, he's saying, and I don't want to spoil what the conversation is in the next show, but he's saying that Biggie Smalls' catalog isn't long enough because he's only had 2 albums, this, that, and the other. I say that's hogwash. You really don't need stats or figures to see and know greatness. Like, let me ask you this question. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. If I ask you who was a better running back, who's somebody I can think of, and you listen to the Doug Stewart Show, who was a better running back? What's the running back name that played for the Jets that just went into the Hall of Fame a couple of years ago? And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Damn it, I should have had his name already prepared. Think of somebody else. Roger Craig. Or no, that's not a good example. Somebody else. But if you had, like, say you had a very good running back. Like, say if you had Ricky Waters. Ricky Waters probably has better stats than Bo Jackson, right? I mean, Ricky Waters was a great running back for a long, long time in the NFL, playing for the Philadelphia Eagles, the San Francisco 49ers. Who else did he play for? I think he played for the Seattle Seahawks for a minute at the end of his career. So Ricky Waters' stats, his body of work, is way better than Bo Jackson's, you would think, right? Obviously, Bo Jackson had the early injury in his career, never played football again. But if you ask any football aficionado, anybody that's watched a game for more than a game or two, nobody in the world would say that Ricky Waters was a better running back than Bo Jackson. Nobody would say that. And thank you. My man D-Bell in the chat room of Spreaker.com says Curtis Martin. Thank you, D-Bell. Like, no one in the world would say if you had your choice of who's the better running back, that you would take Curtis Martin or Ricky Waters over Bo Jackson. Nobody with half of a mind, half of a brain would say that, right? So why would you say that, I don't know, artist X is better than Biggie Smalls? Come on, man. Bow down to something greater than yourself. Come on, man. So I can't wait to hear this, Dan. This is probably going to be my man Kesey's highest rated show ever. Because I'm sure he's going to go in at this cat, real people, and it's his cousin or something like that. It's his brother-in-law. I don't know how they related, but he's going to have him on his show today. Yeah. Last night, man, the Buffalo, or the Chicago, where the hell I get Buffalo from? The Chicago Bears, man, get a big upset win. Jay Cutler and Alshon Jeffries had it going on after halftime. Cutler, who returned to the lineup on Monday, got Jeffrey really into the offense last night. An unexpected 20-10 victory over the Vikings, connecting with the top receiver for 3 receptions for 52 yards and a touchdown. Jeffrey's first score of the season. Wow. Alshon Jeffrey's first score of the season. I didn't even realize that. What else happened? The Bears extended the lead to 17 points off that drive. Cutler finished the game with 252 yards passing and a passer rating of 100.5. Jordan Howard, this running back that they pretty much let Matt Forte go for, I guess. 150-plus all-purpose yards last night. The defense played great last night against Minnesota Vikings quarterback Sam Bradford, sacking him 5 times and knocking him down countless others. What I'll say about this, man, and the Bears, they get a big win, a needed win last night. What I'll say about this game, man, is that even the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while. That's what I'll say about that. Man, the Bears looked good last night. I got to give it to them. They looked very good last night. Defensively, they looked very, very stout. But then on the other hand, you did have Sam Bradford as your quarterback over there in Minnesota. And you talk about back to life, back to reality. The Minnesota Vikings back to life, back to reality the last 2 weeks. Lost 2 games in a row. Were the last undefeated team in the NFL. But, I mean, I don't want to say they were doing it by smoke and mirrors, and I know we got a lot of Minnesota fans and that listen to the show that are in the chat room right now. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. But you really didn't think that the Minnesota Vikings and Sam Bradford were really that good, did you? I mean, seriously. I mean, defensively, they solid as hell. I'll give them that. Defensively, they're solid as hell. But that offense, man, I mean, come on. Come on, man. You got injury issues as well. You don't have Adrian Peterson starting to come back and bite you a little bit. You're dependent on this Ronnie Hillman cat and this Asiata dude. But come on. I mean, seriously, Sam Bradford last night didn't play bad. 23 for 37, 228 yards, 1 touchdown. The thing about it, they beat the hell out of him last night. The Leonard Floyd kid from Georgia was all up his ass, just like Doodoo last night. And so the Bears look very good, and the Minnesota Vikings, once again, are back to life, back to reality. What you Vikings fans got to say about it in the chat room? 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com from my man Rel, the intern Scott, in the chat room. He says Vikings will be the second team in 2 years that started 5-2 and will miss the playoffs. Truth. I don't doubt that at all. I mean, what you're probably doing right there, sir, is preaching. I mean, that team is just not special. And you've seen many teams do it very early in the year, and then teams will see film on them, and they'll kind of figure out the tendencies, and then the rest is history. Personnel-wise, they just don't have it on offense. I'm sorry. And they were kind of exposed last night by the Bears, man, 20-10, in a big win for the Chicago Bears. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. From the OK Sigma in the chat room on Spreaker.com. Just in case y'all didn't know, the Dallas Cowboys have the best record in the NFL. Shut up. We them MFing boys. Thanks, Chicago. Yeah, after last night's win by the Chicago Bears and the Vikings taking another L, the Cowboys have one loss on the year. I mean, who would have ever thunk that at the start of the season? That the Dallas Cowboys would have a one loss in their record. I think they're 6-1 right now. I mean, think about that. That's crazy. And the bad part about it, I don't think it's fluff. Like the Vikings the whole year long, as I just talked about, you know, it was kind of like smoke and mirrors. I never believed in the Vikings. You know, defensively, once again, they solid. But I look at this Cowboy team and the way they're winning games, man, and I look at their personnel, and they got this big three, Dez, and Dak. Ezekiel, Daz, and Dak, as far as their big three on offense, man. And defensively, the Cowboys are really getting after it, man. The Rod Marinelli guy is doing fantastic as their defensive coordinator. Marinelli. Like, you know, halfway through the season, and you look at the Cowboys and you look at the Vikings, I can really say honestly, and it really pains me to say this because I am one of those Cowboy haters, but it really pains me to say this. I think the Dallas Cowboys, man, are real. I'm not saying they're going to win a Super Bowl or anything like that, but I think that they are a viable team. Like over the last, 20 years or so, man, the Cowboys have been a joke. Like I think they're somewhat of a football team right now. Yeah. I think they could actually be in the category of a real NFL team. And that's very disturbing. It is. Ugh. Wow. I mean, Sean Lee balling out of control. If he can stay healthy, that's the problem with him. He's always been, banged up over the last couple of years. But if some of their defensive personnel cats like Sean Lee can stay healthy, man, and they got a young team. Damn. I can't front on the Cowboys. Good Lord. All right, when we get back from the break, man, more of a tribute to the great Notorious B.I.G. Despite what the haters say coming up on the Kicking It with Kesey show. Yeah. And you see the title of today's show. Ever since I was a little boy, I was taught that cheaters never win. It looks like they're making an exception for this guy. We'll talk about it up next. Cheating ass bastard.
Hello, Stu Nation. I am Vince Wright, the Sports Governor. I am the co-host of the Sports and More Show. Make sure you tune in every Friday on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network at 12 noon to check me out and, of course, my co-host, Reggie Lawrence.
What's up, everybody? I'm Reggie Lawrence, a.k.a. Dollars and Cents, the other half of the Sports and More Show. But the only difference is I'm much smarter and better looking than my main man, Vince Wright. But like Vince said, make sure you check us out every Friday on the SME Network. Peace.
Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure